Yeah, I should. Let me see if I can find it. I forgot. I should have had that ready. Hey, good morning, everyone. Give me a second. I'm trying to bring you something, possibly. So bear with me while I'm looking for something. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's the one. Okay, hang on. Almost done. Almost done. We're trying to do this so quickly. Just want to bring the breaking news or the news as quickly as I can. Alrighty. I know it's hard to find. Listen, is a sign, 'cause it's all right. We're ready. Hey, how's everybody doing? My apologies, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So, I wanted to play the video that she did right after court. And yes, I was there this morning. And I'm pretty sure she didn't notice, but I was there. Got there super early. It's a tiny ass little place. Willacy County, nothing against you guys. Everybody was cool there. But it's a real tiny, tiny little place. And so man, don't even know where to start. It wasn't super eventful, all right. So I get there, and she's not there yet, and the attorney had just barely gotten there. It was scheduled for 8:30, and then good morning, everybody. She arrives. So I'm not in a courtroom yet. I'm on the opposite side of the building. So I'm just looking to see, is she there? Is she coming in? Then you hear her. Can't miss it. Goes into her courtroom. I'm like, all right, now get ready to go in there, because just wondering what she's going to do when she sees me. So the person I was with, cool people. Love this person. Partner in crime, kind of. She went in first and said, oh, she's not here. What? So I went in and said, okay. I mean, she must have gone to the restroom. But she didn't go to the restroom. Heard her tell the security officer up, in front of the x-ray machine, I'm going to step outside. And you know what? Let me figure out how I want to do this. So she stepped out of the courtroom. That's when I went in, and we were there. When she stepped out, she left her purse, her big bag, whatever. She just left it there. Not with the attorneys, but just where the general public sits. And that's where she left her stuff. And I don't know. I don't get that part. And then hold on. I think that's a good idea. So let me play the video. Shoot, see if I can find the video. Hang on. Okay, I'll turn that down. Give me a second. Boom. Okay, let's do the video. Let me respond to that, and then as we go, more will come out. That work? I think we should do that. And let me kill the music. Sorry, I didn't realize it was that loud. Okay, so this was this morning. As soon as she left the courtroom, she was outside speaking with her attorney for a few minutes right by her car. She hopped in her car and hung another left, and straight shot down to her place, which is only a few blocks away. Not that far. I don't even think it's a mile. Maybe it's a mile. It could be less. So that's when she did this video. Now, there's not a whole lot to this, too, other than a lot of crying or simulation of crying, whatever you want to call it, right? And I saw it earlier, and I skipped through some parts, but then I had to go back because some of those little sections I skipped, she actually said something. And yes, that's what she wore. The blue, red lipstick, these black ankle boots. And when she was coming back into the courtroom, we get to, here she comes. You can hear her down the hall. Clank, 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 clank. So it's like, Somebody said, she should have wore different shoes. It's like, yeah, Vanessa, when you went to move your car, you should have changed your shoes. When you went to go move your car closer to the front door. Yeah. So keep another pair in your car next time. As soon as she starts, I want to get to how this all began.
This is Vanessa the Arena, coming at you live here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas.
There's a lot of this.
Today was a hard morning, and court is over. Thank you.
For now.
I'm not going to say what I really want to say, because I've learned to wait at least 24 hours before you say anything. After something's happened.
Yeah, you know what, Lupe? I would never put myself in this position. I would never. I see the comment. I would never put myself in this position in the first place to have to do this. And if I do F up, you know what? I effed up. I shouldn't have done that. I'll take my lumps. What do you want me to do? That's what I would have done. I would have done things to change the course of what's happening now. Better yourself. Clean your house. Work your job well. Quit doing these videos where you're blaming the world for your troubles. Admit that you effed up and you're trying to do better and you're going to clean yourself up. This is what most of us here in the chat room or in the comments or in any regular people would never let it get this far. And if I did, I wouldn't blame the world for my troubles.
There are some things that I will say right now. I miss my daughters very much. I miss my daughters very, very, very much. And I hope all of you are doing well, and thank you for your prayers. I miss my daughters so much.
Okay, so what happened today? Actually, there was nothing. Okay, today was supposed to finalize the custody order. He said, just call it something simple like that. That's really what it is. Or if there were going to be any modifications to it. So she walks into the courtroom. The attorneys are there. The judge finally comes out. Everybody rise and all that stuff, right? Sit down. The judge, okay, today we have only got one case, and it's this, and he reads, the initials, the girl's initials. Some of us already know what those are. And the attorney's there. Where's your client? Well, she's out in the hallway. She's upset. When I had gotten into the courtroom, remember, she was out. She went to go move her car or whatever. Came back, was fine. Not upset, nothing. And then she left again. And that's when court started. And then she comes back and she's like this. And I don't care who you are, what you're saying. I'm not making fun of the actual situation, because it is a sad situation. This was completely avoidable. So if there's something wrong, if it's medically wrong, you need to admit something and get some help. Reach out for help and get some help. And don't let it get to this. So she walks in just like this. A lot of, she couldn't contain herself. She was, okay. I was looking for my violin. I forgot to bring it. Right. So I did one of these numbers in my head. You know what this is, right? Yeah, the world's smallest violin. Okay. I didn't buy it. And someone else who was there also said, yeah, that was off stage, obviously. Yeah, I know. So she's trying to compose herself. They give her a box of tissues and all that stuff. And I got a headache from rolling my eyes so much. It was just, do one of my eyes goes crooked when I go up? No, okay. Okay, let's do a little more of this.
I feel so bad for any parents, especially in Texas, that have had the courts weaponized against you. And I understand that my situation is very different from a lot of people. And I understand why they've done everything they've done to me. Because if I were them, I wouldn't want the world to know the truth either. If I were them.
So again, she's going to go with the whole narrative. Okay, you know what? I need to replay this little section again.
I wouldn't want the world to know the truth either.
Okay, I didn't go back far enough. Here, let's try this.
And I understand that my situation is very different from a lot of people. And I understand why they've done everything they've done to me.
She understands why everything they've done to her. Now, this is a point. This is important. To me, it is anyway. What is she going to say right here? She understands how they feel. She understands what they're doing to her. Why? The next logical response, the next logical comment is to say, because I messed up. I made some bad decisions. I messed up. I messed up. There's no other way to put it. Instead, you get this.
Because if I were them, I wouldn't want the world to know the truth either. If I were them.
That's what she goes with. That's what she goes with. Not finally fessing up. You know what? Because I did. I screwed up. I just did too many. I just messed up. I lost focus. I need to compose my life. And no, it's still the victim thing. The victim. Everybody did to her. That's why I've got no sympathy for this. That's why. The girls are in a better place. She even, the girls, it was heard by her young people that if she didn't get full custody, she wanted full custody or nothing. And if she didn't get full custody, she was going to give up her parental rights. That's it. It was all or nothing. And they heard this. They heard it. What the hell is that kind of... What? See? So whoever's out there, you want to defend her or whatever, yeah, well, have fun with that. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. You can stay. I'm not going to block you. None of that stupid crap that she does. But that's not freaking right.
I'm in such a hard situation. Because I feel
oh my God. It's not much of a different situation at all. So in the end, I mean, this is still not over. Her attorney requested a continuance because she was bumbling. She was like that the whole time. Continuance, please. She's not in good shape right now, and she's not in a good emotional state. And the judge said, "Okay, let's do this for November 16th. November 16th, and hopefully your client will be, better in a better place then, in a better position." Okay, November 16th. That's a Wednesday.
Then in order for me to be in my daughter's lives, I will always risk being terrorized.
See? In order for me to be in my children's lives, listen to that one more time. What do you think their response should be right here? Her next comment.
I will then in order for me to be in my daughter's lives.
In order for me to be in my daughter's lives, the next line should be, I'll do anything. I'll do anything I got to do. I'll do whatever I'll fix whatever I have to do it. I have to fix myself, fix my life, change things. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes. But what does she say instead?
I will always risk.
I thought she was going to say, I will always risk everything so I can get my girls back and be in their lives. That's what I thought she was going to say.
Being terrorized.
It's all about her being terrorized. That's her. That's her. Her being terrorized. Everything is about her. And those, yeah, no sympathy here. Don't even look this way if you're looking for sympathy.
By having this court system weaponized against me.
Weaponized against her. Yeah, the whole system.
I have to make a decision.
And there is no decision she got to make. The only decision that she would make is if she's going to give up complete parental rights. But that's not even being requested. That's something that was put out there by her, but that's not even being requested by the other attorney. That's not being requested. So they're like, yeah, I don't know where that came from. It keeps coming out every now and then. So it looks like she's voluntarily willing to do that. Like I just said, if she didn't get full custody, then she didn't want anything to do with them at all. Nice, huh?
It's not easy. It won't be easy to make that decision. And my daughters are my daughters. And when they grow up, they're gonna know whose daughters they are. When my daughters grow up, they're gonna know everything that happened, everything that matters. And out of all the stories that I've read about parents who are separated from their children, when that adult child sees what the truth really was,
I don't know, man. There's certain things you do as a kid. I remember doing them, trying to force yourself to cry. Anybody done that when you were younger, when you were a kid? Trying to overdo something, trying to make yourself cry. We've seen this before.
they love their parent. No matter how old they are. I feel bad for all the years that have passed and all the years that might pass. And I just We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. No matter what, we're going to be okay. No matter how many years is put between us, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
And I'm not one to, never anytime somebody's crying to be the way I'm being right now. But this is a phony act. This is, as far as I'm concerned, she's okay with the way things are. She's okay with it so that she can keep going live, keep doing her politics, trying to, get into be a candidate for whatever, go live 3 times a day, hours at a time, and not have a care in the world, at least not to care for, her own. She doesn't have to be inconvenienced by that. That's why I think she's okay with just signing off the rights. And I don't believe these tears. Sorry. You can call me what you want. Say whatever you want. I don't care. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Nope.
Oh. Today I was...
So just for the record, she has not had custody. She had visitation on the phone, not in person, on the phone, supervised. But when she started complaining about the judge and the attorneys and the process and the system and complaining about her ex, 2 of the kids on the phone, they cut that as well. So this was supposed to be a hearing to finalize the custody deal, the custody order, and to see if there were going to be any modifications to it, whether it's child support or whatever it was going to be. This was the day, and it was going to be final and over and done with. So it's not that she lost custody today. Nothing happened today, really, just a continuance. And they did talk a little bit financial and things like that. But it's not that she lost custody today. She hasn't had custody. It's been, since that day, since her arrest at Stars. So she hasn't had custody since then. So this is not the day where she lost custody, just to make that clear.
Offered the bottled water.
You can start this little part over again.
Today I was... offered the bottled water. And when I looked up and I saw who it was while I felt this way. How can people see? How can people... And I asked them to. I said no, and I asked them to get away from me.
Okay, that happened. The assistant investigator for the DA offered her a bottle of water. He saw she was crying and blubbering, whatever you call that. And he was legitimately trying to be nice, offering her a bottle of water, a fresh bottle. And she said, "Get away from me." And so when you hear of her saying the person that works, is working for the DA or working with the DA, although she does include John Allen in that, but specifically she's talking about this gentleman. And she said, "Get away from me." And then he turned and said to someone else, he goes, "Man, she really hates me." And it was kind of funny. So yes, that happened.
Because how can you work with a man like John Allen and then offer me a bottled water when you see the damage that all of you caused me? And that's all I'm going to say about that. There's a reason that I'm going through this. There's a reason why this is happening to me. And it's bigger than even the people that weaponized everything against me. It's even bigger than their motives. This had to happen to me. And I know it still doesn't take the pain away. And the pain is part of why it happened to me. This is part of the process, and I have to trust it. I have to trust it.
We got no choice, really.
Please know, to anybody in the future, please know, you will never, ever have to convince me about how bad the people that are supposed to protect you and help you and seek justice and do the right thing can be. You will never have to convince me. You will never have to convince me, because I know. I know. I know. I know.
Oh, good Lord, stop.
And I'm gonna let y'all go now. Okay?
She's got another minute or so.
I am so proud to be my Lorenzo's mom. I am so proud to be my Jesse's mom. I am so proud to be my Audrey's mom. I am so proud to be my Sonella's mom.
No, we should have caught that. I forgot she said names. And
I am so proud. I am so proud. And I want to thank all of you so much. Okay? But I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Even warriors get wounded. But that's how we get strong. Stronger. Thank you.
so, then I'm listening for BAMs, and then then they were talking about child support, and I inquired about child support. I was told, that she never actually had an order to pay child support. Still didn't contribute penny one. Nothing. The the question became the child support from her ex, and he's got the issue with the child support, and they were working that out. I don't want to get into that. But basically, that was worked out, and a dollar amount was set. Then he's going to start doing that come November. And once they started talking about money and child support, and learning that she will have to pay child support, she had to plop down on that chair, and I'm not talking about her weight, but just the way she did it, I thought the chair was going to break, or I thought the pole from the inside was going to. Okay, and it was not a collapse, but it was more like a I don't know what you call it. And she just sat down there, came with the tissue and all that stuff, and so they worked that out, and then fine, judge, okay, everything is set, November 16th, and then she requested that she had something to give to her kids, and was asking for permission if it was okay to give it to her kids, and I believe they said it was fine. Something very small. It was in her purse. I didn't even see it. It might have been just a letter or something. I'm not sure what it was. And then, and that's when we'll see you folks on the 16th. And she got up, went out with her attorney. They spoke outside by her vehicle. And pretty much that was it. She said, I couldn't hear what they were saying. I didn't want to necessarily hear the conversation, but you could hear it. And she said, I don't want to get in trouble for something. And so she was asking her attorney about something, but I didn't hear that whole thing. So don't make stuff up for that, please. Don't make stuff up about that. Let's see, what else was there? That was pretty much it. It wasn't very eventful, right? It was short. I mean, that whole thing. I mean, if it wasn't for the child support of the ex-husband and dealing with his situation with that whole thing might not have even taken 10 minutes or something like that. So I'm going to say it was 15 to 20 minutes tops. And yeah, that was it. Besides that, it was uneventful except for the drama. You know what? Whatever it's going to be, say what you want. I got no sympathy for it. All this could have been avoided. And for one, admit there's a problem. Admit there's a mistake. And then two, try to fix it. Do something to better yourself. Because when was that? June till what? A year and a half? That could have been, that's plenty of time. Well, I got her 2 years, whatever. That's plenty of time to do things to show that, hey, look, I'm fixing my life. I'd like to have my girls back. I'll do whatever it takes. And yes, I talked about this already. She wore the blue with the red lipstick and the short ankle boots. And so somebody wants to say I wasn't there. You can say what you want, but getting to the courthouse when you're coming off the expressway, you have no choice but to drive right in front of her house. And yes, the car was there. And so anybody who wants to fight me on that, whatever, I was there. I'm not going to say where I was parked or anything, because that's not important. But those tears, which we called alligator tears, were definitely alligator tears, and and they were on display. They weren't on display when she left to go move her car closer to the front door. They were not on display. But after the judge came up and where's your client? Oh, she's outside. She's upset. Oh, then they were on display. Yeah. So take that for what it's worth, for what we know already. Um, I would say, I mean, anybody could say, there but for the grace of God, go I. But in this case, these are controllable things. And I wouldn't put myself in that position. And seems like most of you wouldn't either. So she's had so much time to make corrections. You know that the parenting class that she showed that certificate. Remember that a few days ago? That was not even for this. That was for a different case that had nothing to do with what was going on today. And ultimately, that was insignificant. Okay, yeah, I'll get to that a little bit later, Deb. I'll get to that later. So yeah, that was it. That was my little trip to Raymondville this morning. And I got to say something. For as much as I do love Verizon. No good in Raymondville. Raymondville is not a Verizon friendly kind of town. So I couldn't get signal because I was going to go live right out front. As soon as I left, I was going to go live. Couldn't get a friggin' signal. Couldn't make a phone call. Couldn't send a text message. So, so we went to go eat. And then I was like, all right, I got to get out of here. I want to set this up. And I was going to do a live in the car driving back, but a lot of phone calls. Everybody's trying to figure out, hey, what happened? And so I decided just to park somewhere. I set it up. And then as soon as I got home, I went live with you all right now. So right now, that's it. We'll see what she's got to say, which I'm sure we'll hear. I'm sure I'll be getting some hate. And, I'm not making fun of you, Vanessa. I just don't have sympathy for something that you could have fixed. You could have avoided all this. You could have. I don't believe in a conspiracy. I don't believe the world is against you. I don't believe the legal system is against you. I don't believe that the legal system did this to you. I don't believe any of that. I don't. And for you to use that and try to make it look, you're the victim. And I've had enough of the victim crap already. At some point, you got to admit, you know what? I messed up. Forgive me, your support. Yes, help me through this. And I want to do better. I want to have my kids back. You know what? You'd get more support, legitimate support that way than the way you're going about it right now. Yeah. I guarantee it. Because nobody wants to see a family torn apart or kids being taken from their mother. Nobody wants to see that. Contrary to what you believe, nobody wants to see that. Even from you. Nobody wants to see that happen to you either. But they're going to be on the side of the mom who's trying to do better, trying to fix things. Quit freaking social media, whatever, man. Leave it alone. Work on yourself. Work on your house. Work on your other things that you need to do so that you can have your girls back. Or at the worst case, so you can get regular visitation. Fix that. Work on that. And people will be on your side. You can't just have this display, once every few months whenever you got to go to court. Nobody's going to buy it. That's why. And again, for those asking why are you doing this? Why are you online? Why are you making fun of her? Like, I'm not making fun of her. And for those of you new to the situation, this has been going on for years. and she went online so much. She went on to gather so much support. She was looking for support everywhere. She wanted everyone to hear her story. She wanted everyone to listen and to know what happened to her. All right. Now, years later, everybody's hooked and interested. Well, what's happening with that case? What's happening with this case? What about this? And what about the kids? So it's not fair for you to say, what do you care for? Why are you bothering me about that? Yeah, well, you know what? You made us interested. You hooked everybody in to be interested. You put your life on display more than normal people would. But you did. So now everybody's interested. Everybody wants to know what's going on. Everybody is interested in the outcome. And yes, what's going to happen with you? Are you going to fess up and try to, improve yourself? Maybe it takes medical attention. Maybe that'll help. Just admit it. What's the alcoholic's first step? Admit you got a problem. And if you can't admit you have a problem, well, then the problem's never going to be fixed. So you know what to do. And I don't know, perhaps at this point it's too late already. So anyway, that's why those who are asking who don't know, that's why the interest. Everybody's vested. Everybody wants to know, all right, how does this story end? Or, what's happening? Are the girls okay? From what I understand, the girls are doing great. No issues with custody with their father. Everything is great. And yeah, people want to know. People want to know. And she's blocked. She invited so many people into her life via her live shows. But then she wants to block anybody if they criticize or ask about what's going on with court or what's going on with your kids, or as legitimate or innocent as a question as it may be. You've seen it. She goes on the attack and she'll block them. So she's got a lot of people blocked. So people that just want to stay quiet and watch, now they can't. So enter YouTuber number one a couple years ago. He started streaming all her lives and just streaming them. He'd put it on. And then he would go about his business and he would just let it play. He didn't provide any commentary. He would just show it and people would watch and people ate it up, obviously. And then after a while, he got tired of it or something happened where he just quit streaming. So she jumped in a political race again, and she was doing a forum, and somebody said, hey, she's doing a forum. You want to stream it? You should stream it. Let's see what she's got to say. I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I streamed her at a forum. And then, all right, the forum was over. So I ended the live. So like, all right, that was cool. Whatever. And then I get a call. Hey, she's in her car talking about the forum. Like, all right, okay. So I streamed it like this, doing a commentary, like what's she saying? Okay. And it just picked up steam and it became a thing. And here we are. So that's what happened. Not that I need to explain to a lot of people, but for those of you who are new, who might not know what the situation is like. So, and my thing is not to criticize her, her physical appearance, beauty, or physical, weight, all that kind of stuff. I don't care about any of that. That's not. Some of you guys really don't like her, and you do your comments, and you guys are great with your comments. You guys are doing good with that. You don't need me to hop in, and I just don't think it's not my place to criticize a woman's appearance, whether I like her or not. I don't hate her because I don't even know her. But it's just not my thing to criticize a woman's appearance. I'll leave that to you guys and Bam. And even Bam doesn't. Bam talks about her because she talks about herself or her certain attributes. And then he will talk about it because she just did. So we're not haters. I don't hate her. I don't wish her anything bad. It's just people want to know, and they want to know. I mean, that's all there is to it. People want to know. So next time around, I don't know if I'll make the next one, but there are people who have said, yes, I want to go. I'll be there. And it's not to cause a scene, or it's not to confront, or none of that stuff. It's just to observe there in the courtroom and, and get the real story as to what happened. So that's it. That's all I got for now. We'll see what happens later today. I've got Micah tonight at 7 p.m. Micah on Mike, the motivational speaker, talking about what's going on with our culture, in this country right now. A little information on treatment of HIV, some groundbreaking stuff going on there. So it'll be an interesting talk. If you guys can join me tonight, be there at 7. I'll look for you guys to be back there. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Anything comes up, I'll be here and I'll bring it to you. All right. Real stories, real people. I'm trying to stick to that. And okay. Let me get to this little thing too. Oh, you're just doing it for the views. Oh, you said, yeah. So what? Isn't that what people who go live want? They want the views, right? What about it? In the words of someone else, what about it? Yeah, it is for the views. So what? You do your thing. You do your thing. Yeah, and I do this. So I'm not apologizing. I'm not hiding it. It is what it is. It's for views. It's for a crowd. It's to get people talking about things. Interaction. That's what I enjoy. You guys all from all over the world. And I'm going to say all over the world because we got people from Australia, Italy, the UK, And when you guys talking to each other, just going on about what's going on and this and talking to each other, that's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you all. You guys have a good rest of your day. We'll talk to you a little bit later. If not, we'll see you at 7 o'clock. All right. Talk to you then.